The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Yeah! Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah!
Hello, and welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. And, you know, we kind of got a mixed show today. A guest that was supposed to be on was having technical difficulties. So I tell you what, you know how me and Michelle do. We do what we have to do. And, you know, have you ever just sit back and reflect on a lot of things that means and matter so much to you, and how it feels to want, case in point, want to be loved, or want to be cared about, or want just that natural feeling that everybody wants to be cared about, and understand that it requires a commitment coming from them to others for them to be able to receive that I call it emotional or spiritual love that they might be yearning for. So we're going to talk about a few mixed things today as relate to that. How you doing, Michelle? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Actually, we're talking about a variety of things, nothing centered on one particular topic. We're talking about things that you can ponder in life. So the title really of this show is questions that make you go, that make you ponder about life in general. No specific topic, just about life in general. These just thought questions that may pop into your mind, or someone put you on the spot and ask them. So that is the premise of the show today, things that make you go,
I like that. I mean, I because it's a lot of things that you make you wonder. That's what I call it. Didn't even think about it like that. You know, so I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching this on, if you want to be part of this great conversation that Michelle and I are going to have, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any questions that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Whether you're watching us on E36 Television, Transfer TV, Apple, Rumble, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and 85 other live platforms. Welcome to the show, and join in on this conversation. Things that make you go, Turn it back over to you, Michelle.
Okay, one of these questions, which I got from ChatGPT about life's questions, is if happiness isn't permanent, should it even be the goal of life? That's an interesting question. I think purpose and joy despite your circumstances, should be the goal in life. You should know, I believe that a person should know what their purpose is in life. Now, happiness is fleeting. Happiness is a great thing, but happiness is like, I would say, a subset of the full word of joy. Joy is where no matter what is happening in your life, you still have that sense of peace and you have that sense of purpose. So, happiness, I don't believe you can define your life on happiness. Well, I'll only be happy if I have this, I'll only be happy if I have that. So, if you don't have these things, are you saying you can't be happy? You can be fulfilled, you can be content, you can have a sense of purpose and a sense of joy. Joy is not dependent on your circumstances. Joy is that no matter what is going on in your life, that you have a purpose, you have a destiny, and that you have value. So no, if happiness isn't permanent, should it even be the goal of life? The goal of life should be joy. What are your thoughts about that, James?
I totally 100% agree with you on that one, because joy is when you have a balance, I believe, in one's life that comes from happiness, it comes from other things, comes from trial and tribulations, and you have fought through whatever that is that keeping you from joy. And once joy hits you, it seems to me it's an even balance. I'm not worried about a whole lot of things because joy is there, and I think that comes from the Lord or whatever a person might believe in. All of these things is contributed to a balance of how a person is feeling at that moment. When they can just sit back, think of something, and smile, and joy just hit them. Those are the types of things that I think joy is. Joy to me, you never going to find happiness without being able to find joy. And what is joyful to you? I mean, most people probably don't even think about that, just like what you said, Michelle, things that make you go, I wasn't even thinking about joy the way that you had put it in those terms, but I just know what joy means to me.
Okay. One of the other life's questions is, are we shaped more by our choices or by our circumstances? Wow. I believe it's a combination of both. Every choice we have made in our life puts us in certain circumstances. I believe it correlates, but then again, you have a situation, let's say you were raised in let's say an abusive household. That was your circumstances where your family dynamics is where you were raised in an abusive household. So yes, you can be shaped by that to a degree. Now, there's also the choice of what you're going to do. Are you going to stay in that circumstance as far as mentally? We're not saying it never happened. We're not saying, oh, just move on, forget about it. Are you going to let your circumstances dictate your choices, or are you not? So if you're in a circumstance or a situation which has nothing to do with your choice, you have to make the decision. You have to make the choice. This is not where I want to be. This is not where I want to, or how I want to live my life. So I have to make choices in my life, that are going to remove me from these circumstances, God willing. So I think we're shaped by our circumstances, and we also shape by our choices. We all have made great choices in our life, and we have made bad choices in our life, and they shape who you are. But the point is, do you learn from them? What are your thoughts, James?
Okay, let me put it different than you. You keep saying choices. You know what the J.C. Cooley Foundation motto is the choice, like the choice program. I believe that the situations and circumstances that we find ourselves in sometimes, we are forced to make a decision. And many of the decisions that we make might not be the right one. So we fall down. But the key thing is getting back up because in the circumstances that you might find yourself in. So I believe that you make as many decisions until you get it right. You just continue to work on it till you get it right. And therefore, a person is able to understand the choice that they made in going into the situations that they're in. And it's once you figure out the situations, circumstances that you are in, you are able to, at least in my opinion, you're able to make the right decision that propel you to success in whatever that situation is. So choice, we all make choice or choices, as you call it. I call them decisions. It's so important that we think about everything that we are doing. And before we do it, take that split second that pops in your mind. It's so important to be able to evaluate that split second, opposed to blowing up, going off, and then situations, circumstances become even bigger. That's what my thought is, Michelle.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I think we're almost getting ready for a break in a minute or so.
Yeah, we got about 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So choices, we have to, sometimes we make the right choice. We make choices based on immediate needs as opposed to long-term needs.
Let's talk about that, the needs and the wants when we get back from the break.
Okay.
That's going to take us into a long discussion. I tell you, whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this great conversation that Michelle and I are having, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're on, ask any questions that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. And I want to say, we see Black women who want more. I see a few of them watching the show. And Dr. Renee, if you're watching the show, I sent you the Stream Your link. Pop in if you have time. So we'll be back right after the break.
I am Dr. Renee Toppin, founder of Black Women Who Want More. Women across the globe who are a part of Black Women Who Want More are proud fans of It's Your Life. I am Dr. Renee Toppin, founder of Black Women Who Want More. Women across the globe who are a part of Black Women Who Want More are proud fans of It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We are also passionate supporters of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, Options and Opportunities, the Choice Program. We are whole women committed to experiencing more in life by first becoming more within ourselves. Are you ready to activate your purpose, fully healed, whole, and divinely aligned with your God-given assignment? At Black Women Who Want More Online Christian Academy, you will receive the tools to activate your voice, elevate your confidence, and eliminate doubt. Be more, do more, have more with Black Women Who Want More. Because as Dr. James J.C. Cooley reminds us, it's your life. We invite you to join us on this transformative journey at bwwwmacademy.com.
it's your life show. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's your life. Cooley.
Oh, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and Michelle and I are talking about a variety of different topics today that are thought-provoking and things that make you go, I didn't think of it like that. Or maybe I looked at it that way. So we're asking you, if you want to be part of this great conversation that Michelle and I are having, just go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Michelle, you were talking about needs right at the tail end of the commercial. What exactly was you asking? What type of question?
Oh, I really wasn't referencing needs. I was basically saying that certain choices you make in your life, that at the time a certain need was to be met. That's why you made that particular choice. So it's different from wants. Needs is something that you really need for whether it's survival, or it could be anything that is absolutely, important. But choices, the different choices we make in our life always come from a certain need, not a want. And it could be from a want, but sometimes those wants may not be good for us. So they may shape the trajectory of your life. So that's where I was going with the needs.
Let me break this down. Okay. Many people don't understand a need or a want. And therefore, they make poor decisions on money, on life, on everything. Because I have had friends that did not have a whole lot of money, but they had to go out and buy that new Cadillac. When they had a car that were working perfectly normal, that's a want. So many are willing to give up their needs just to get that want and show off and just try to be a show off. Just, hey, I got this. This is what I'm driving. All this other type of stuff. I'm going to take care of the needs. I needs first. I don't have to be fancy. I don't have to drive no fancy car. I don't want to make dumb decisions where I'm not able to pay my bills. I'm not able to do that. I'm not able to take care of my family because I was focusing on the wrong decision or choice, as you're saying. Needs and wants, I think people need to refocus on. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't splurge money on yourself. You do all, that's your money. But make sure you take care of the basic things that you need to survive, that you need to support your family, that you need to understand. All of those things are important in the decisions and the choice that we make. What are your thoughts, Michelle?
I agree with that. I definitely agree with what you just stated. So that's my response to what you just said. But we got to go into another things that make you go question.
Hold on. I think Wayne is here.
I just got back on. If you can hear me, there's another internet available here.
Can you hear us?
I can, very clear.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry about this. I just arrived here and I didn't know the service was going to be bad like that.
Well, I tell you, we can assume. Go with the show, Michelle. Please tell our audience the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this great guest.
Smart
Michelle. Okay. So, hey, Wayne, thanks for doing that. Michelle got to probably.
Yes, I'm sorry about that, audience. We guest actually his technical problems have been resolved. So the title of the show is called Heart Health Before the Wake Up Call, a real story of prevention that spans 3 decades. And our guest today is Wayne Elliott. He's a health and wellness educator, been featured guest on hundreds of radio programs across the United States and Canada. After addressing his own angina and heart arrhythmia using herbal formulations, he became a leading advocate for herbal approaches that support cardiovascular health. He serves as a media spokesperson for Strauss Naturals. Please welcome Wayne Elliott to the show.
Well, thank you. It's shining on my face now.
Hey, how you doing, Wayne? I'm glad
Thanks,
we
Doc.
were able to work those out. So Wayne, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what made you click, why you're so passionate about the things that you're doing?
Well, I'm Canadian, born and raised in the Hamilton, Ontario, and my main business most of my life, I'm the world's oldest active ship recycler. We scrap and recycle big ships, raise shipwrecks out in the ocean and on the Great Lakes, and scrap metal and battery recycling, all kinds of mostly recycling industries for most of my life, 55 years. I had a heart attack at age 37. I'm 72 now, but at age 37 years ago, I had a heart attack. And it turns out the amount of milk and milkshakes I was drinking wasn't wise. I was drinking them all day long. I just loved milkshakes. My first business was a Dairy Queen, so I drank milkshakes, 15 hours a day nonstop. Had that heart attack at age 35. I refused everything, really, the surgery, the drugs. I did make plans to die young. It ran in our family, and don't know why I didn't even consider looking at anything alternative, but I didn't. Luckiest day of my life, 5 years after that heart attack, a good friend told me about Strauss heart drops, and boy, I couldn't wait. I called out to the number and got a bottle shipped to me express, and the rest, as they say, is history. Within 3.5, 4 months, the difference I felt, the energy with the increased blood flow was hard to describe, really. It was so invigorating. I had also developed high blood pressure over those 5 years and an irregular heartbeat, supraventricular tachycardia, they called it, a 1-beat race. Very uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, but it sure drove me crazy, that irregular heartbeat. And then the luckiest day of my life, 5 years after the heart attack, a good friend told me about Strauss heart drops. I got them, took them, and it changed my life. I found out when I went out and met Jim Strauss in my 5th month taking the heart drops that they had something for the irregular heartbeat, the CardioCalm formula, and that they had, Jim said if the heart drops didn't lower my blood pressure, which they had not, then my kidneys were the problem. So he had a kidney blood pressure formula, went on that for 3 months. And I swear to you, for 28 years, my blood pressure was 120/70, no matter what. I ran 5 or 6 businesses, towing ships, staying up many times for 2 and 3 days. Never did sleep enough, still don't. And I'm still here, I'm glad to say, at age 72. But I rely on those Strauss products, and I have never taken so much as an aspirin now for 30 years. I have no intention of taking one either, or any other drug or chemical drug. So that's it in a nutshell, Doc. It's I was a lucky man that I found the Strauss heart drops. Now, since I just loved Jim Strauss and his son Peter, the 8th generation master herbalist. And just in this past year, my family went from owning half the business to owning all of the Strauss company. And Peter's still working with us and helping us, of course. He's a dear friend, but it's my passion, Doc. I just love being involved. I'm not an herbalist. I didn't invent any of this stuff. I take no credit for it. But to be involved in some way helping people is just the most rewarding thing, and I do love it. I must tell you.
That is awesome. That's a very, very good news story. because now you own the thing that convinced you that these things are working. And 37 years, and you said your blood pressure has been 120 over 70 or something close to that. Yeah. That's incredible. That sounds like some good products.
It really is. And you know, doctor, my dad went in Boston for the angioplasty treatment years ago, the balloon treatment to try and temporarily increase his blood flow. And they told him in Boston that he needed a bypass surgery. And when my dad came home, I said, Dad, you know, look what happened to me. Take 3 months, take the heart drops, go back to Boston. If you still need it, they'll tell you. He did. And doctor, I'll tell you, the doctors canceled his bypass surgery. My dad never had one. And about 2 years after that, he said to me, I have to go to Boston and get my prostate removed. I said, what? What happened? What do you mean? And he told me then that he'd been on pills for a couple of years, but obviously they hadn't done what they'd hoped they would do, and they were going to remove his prostate. And I talked him into giving our prostate formula 3 months. I said, your prostate won't kill you in 3 months, Dad. Please take these. Remember what the heart drops did for you. Take these. Go to Boston in 3 months, and if you still need it removed, they'll tell you. I swear to you, they canceled that prostatectomy, and my dad died with a healthy prostate 12 years after that. So, you know, I have nothing but good news stories. My mom did so good on them. Me, myself, of course, many football players, doctor, because they wear their hearts out, you know, our pump, our heart. And, you know, football players that play in the down line position, particularly for 4 or 5 years past high school, die an average 10 years younger than the rest of the male population. And it's the heart wearing out. Some of the strongest men I've known, you know, ended on a pacemaker and just didn't do well. Of course, the one I'm thinking of, the strongest man I ever met, he would have a pool of water on the floor around each leg because his heart couldn't take the water off his blood. And, you know, it would come out his legs, the get rid of the water. And so, you know, these heart drops, I've just seen them do such incredibly good things for people. Enlarged heart. My one best pal had an enlarged heart, had congestive heart failure. He got very big too. He got very heavy, 400 pounds. And, but he recovered down to 240 pounds, back to work, back to a life. His heart, congestive heart failure was behind him. And so, you know, this is so rewarding to be involved in this because, you know, just so many people. Now, you know, from the business standpoint, we need new customers every day because you don't have to take our stuff like pharmaceuticals for the rest of your life. People take it. If they're not satisfied, of course, they get a full refund. There's no questions asked there.
Hold that thought. We got to take a station break.
Sure.
I tell you, this is incredible. I know Michelle and I was talking about things that make you go, I guess that all the technical difficulties are taken care of. And this conversation that we're having is so, so important because myself, I have issues similar to what he's talking about. And we're going to go deeper into this. I'm sure you all might have some issues with Strauss, the products that he's talking about. I have heard of those. I think I have had a while back someone on the show to talk about that. But anyway, if you want to be part of this great conversation with your platform that you're watching us on, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you will get your answer. It's your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life show. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Well, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And during the commercial, I had a chance to sit back and think. One of the guys that work for you, his name Troy DeWell out of Alabama, has been on the show a few times talking about Strauss. I knew I had known about the product. Right. I don't know if you know Troy out of Alabama, but
the name's familiar, but I can't honestly say I place him. No. Yes,
but he has been on the show a few times talking about a lot of the Strauss products that are out there. He never mentioned anything about the kidneys products or the high blood pressure, but it was several other things that he talked about, and I think it's the way he explained it, the way that you were explaining it. You give an example because you are living proof.
Yeah.
That when a person think about certain things, issues and concerns that they're having with their bodies, that they go out and proactively do things about it. Yeah. So, yeah. But can you talk about your products and stuff again? I mean, I see that we have comments. Let me put a couple of them up. Sound like great herbs. That's Dr. Monica Savage.
Well, they've got wonderful 100% natural herbs in their formulas, doctor, and they had their talent, their craft down so well, mind you, for 8 generations, the Strauss family. and they're just so effective. For example, the Strauss Heart Drops, yes, they have the aged garlic extract, absolutely essential, but there's 7 other herbs, cayenne, hawthorn berries, hawthorn leaves, motherwort, bilberry, European mistletoe, white willow bark, all great herbs working synergistically. And the other thing I loved about the Strauss company was Jim Strauss and his son Peter. Money wasn't their incentive. They refused to have an unhappy customer. So the same thing goes today. If a customer isn't 100% satisfied, they get a full refund. That's a strong statement that the company makes. They just refuse to have anyone not satisfied. So there's what's very important is there's no contraindications with any pharmaceuticals, none whatsoever. I like to say that these natural products, these natural herbal formulas that are made from the same cells that we're made from, they work. For us to expect man-made chemical drugs, which weren't around when we humans were created, obviously, but for us to expect them to ever heal or fix us would be like taking our automobile to the lumber yard and trying to fix it with 2x4s and plywood, when what we need is materials that the car is made from, steel and copper wire and plastic and so forth. So, what we are made from is the same cells that came out of the water. And that's why these formulas can be so effective, is that we're actually made from the same cells. And that's what it takes to repair or heal anything. I just couldn't be happier. Coming back from that heart attack, and here we are 37 years later. I don't take an aspirin. I don't take anything, and I don't tend to ever either. I've come to a point where I just don't really believe in the man-made chemical drugs to heal us, and I'm afraid of them, to be honest. And the natural, even the Bible tells us that our medicine we will get from the plants and the botanicals and our foods. So, I believe that. I've seen it now for so many years, been associated since I was first a customer 30 years ago, and have just seen so many great things that many people have called miracles. But hey, they're just, it's nature. Nature works in fabulous ways. And Jim Strauss understood that better than anyone I've ever met. The connection, how everything in nature connects, how everything's important in nature. There's nothing that's here for no reason. And that everything connects in our bodies. These aren't, they may be separate systems, but they're all connected. And blood flow, circulation, is the most important body function, or we wouldn't have 50,000 kilometers of vessels in us. It's because every cell, from the hair in our head to our toenails, needs blood. And wherever we don't have it, carrying that vital oxygen for our brain and our heart, carrying our water, our medicine, our food, our waste, everything travels in the bloodstream. So it is the most important body function. And the Strauss Heart Drops are made, doctor, for us to have blood flowing everywhere we have a vessel, even to our largest organ, our skin, the tiny capillaries that feed our skin. And that's what the Strauss Heart Drops have shown to do, is get blood everywhere we have a vessel to carry.
Wow. Can you get closer to you breaking up on the mic?
Sorry.
Yes, now.
Yes, the heart drops see that we have blood flow everywhere we have a vessel to carry it. Arteries, veins, tiny capillaries we can't even see with our bare eyes. It's just so important, this blood flow. And when we don't have, if we have a restricted or blocked blood flow, we're going to have a problem. We tend to think about heart attacks and strokes, brain attacks, because of the lack of oxygen, because of the lack of blood flow. But anywhere in our body, doctor, we are going to have issues if we have very restricted blood flow or blocked blood flow. Diabetics, it is their most important issue, is circulation. They can lose their toes, their feet, their legs, their eyesight. and they are 4 to 5 times more likely, diabetics are, to have a heart attack or stroke than those of us who do not have diabetes. So diabetes is a very serious ailment. And, the heart drops, diabetics are the only people that Strauss says should never stop taking Strauss heart drops.
Hold that thought. We got to take a station break. But
Okay.
this is interesting.
All right.
When we get back, Wayne is going to tell you how you can get his products. Again, I know about the products because we had Troy on the show a couple of times, and it's fantastic. Actually, he gave me some samples of some of the products, and I'm hoping that Wayne might want to consider let me try it so I can promote it. So we're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back. This is so interesting. And I see my peeps out there listening. Wayne, you got their undivided attention. Yeah, so
Thank you.
So I tell you, we're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back and continue this great conversation. If you want to be part of, just go to the platform that you're watching us on. Ask any questions that you might have. I promise you, I can tell you that. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
1, 2. It's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. All right. Your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Looking to advance your education or career while staying true to your Christian faith? At Viridian Christian University, we make higher education affordable, flexible, and accessible wherever you are, cultivating a vibrant learning community where faith and knowledge converge, preparing graduates to fulfill their life's purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, doctorate, or honorary degree, Viridian's 100% online programs can fit your lifestyle. Study on your schedule from your home, office, or anywhere without compromising quality or values. With affordable tuition and programs in Christian leadership, business, and theology, Viridian will equip you to lead with purpose in a changing world. Go to ViridianChristianUniversity.com and see how you can join our global fellowship of faith-driven leaders, online and affordable. To learn more and apply, visit ViridianChristianUniversity.com. Viridian Christian University, a unique and dynamic environment for success, empowering.
welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And I tell you, I am completely interested in this product. And I see that a lot of people that are watching are very interested as well. Before we get started, I got to give a shout out to my kingdom. I have a couple of kings, as well as myself, on over in our kingdom in Agona, Casa Chrome, in West Africa, Ghana. Just got back from there. Just got back from my kingdom, and my peeps are there. We building a big following. They follow the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I invite anybody to come over to my kingdom and see how it is there. It's a little bit different than the United States, but it's all about love and compassion. So that's one of the things I want to say. Secondly, wow, the Black women who want more, I see that we got major support from them. Just watching and asking all of these great questions, just like what Nicole Lucky just asked. Yes, this information needs to be shared for sure. We all probably know someone with a heart-related issue, and that is so true. We got to get the word out, Wayne. We got to get the word out.
Yeah.
So, can you tell our viewers and listeners how can they get this product?
Well, the one way that you can get it is direct from the Strauss company. The toll-free number, you can speak to one of the great ladies there, is 1-866-478-2873. That's 1-866-478-2873. Or in the United States, Strauss, Strauss, Naturals with an S.com. That's Strauss, Strauss, Naturals.com.
In a way, it might not be possible if you could put that in comments, and then people, it would be locked in where, because I know, Wayne, you done talked a lot of people into this today by the stories that you're sharing and your love for what it's doing and all the great things that it'll help you and many others.
Absolutely.
But
I just love being a part, as I say, of this. There's the email address, and
did you put it in private chat? Let's see.
I did. Yep. And the telephone number. So there we go with that. Yeah, it's, and it's important that people know they're safe, Dr. Cooley. It's been 46 years and not one complaint ever to the U.S. FDA or to Health Canada or to the Strauss company about any serious side effect or any harm that was done to anyone. Not one time in 46 years. So we're safe. There's no question about that. These are all 100% natural herbs and just the finest of herbs the Strauss company uses. And it's the synergistic value, both the process the Strauss family created and the synergies when these herbs are put together properly in the proper proportion, the correct proportion. Jim Strauss would say, just like making a great soup, your mother, your grandmother would use all the ingredients in the right proportion if she wouldn't want to use too much salt or not enough of something else. So that's the key, is the right herbs in perfect proportion. And Strauss, and Dr. Cooley, we brought, these are not new products, but we brought 2 products back this year for our ladies, and they're fabulous. For the women still getting their menstrual cycle and the young teens and young ladies, the Strauss Woman's Wonder. And what we guarantee there, it's only taken 3 days a month. Most women do not need it more than 2 months, so 6 days in total. Fabulous formula to cut out the bloating, cramping. Many of the stores, one son and I went across the country, stopped at hundreds of stores, and we talked to so many of the ladies, managers and whatnot, who would say their daughters had missed school a day or two a month, or the store saying they had staff that missed a day or two a month from work because they were home feeling under the weather with their menstrual cycle. So that's the Strauss Women's Wonder. And again, it's guaranteed and it works like a top. The Strauss Menopause formula is incredible. Ladies, when they go the premenopause and menopause and postmenopause, quite often suffer terrible night sweats. They'll soak the bed and their bedclothes. Hot flashes. It's like they're all of a sudden in a broiler oven. It's terrible. The mood swings and so forth. And all of these, it's our most complex formula. There's 20 different herbs in that formula, the women's menopause formula. Very, very effective. And, well, we guarantee it works, or you get your money back. You can't be harmed and you can't be cheated for your money with the Strauss Company. So Woman's Wonder for any of our ladies that are suffering during the menstrual cycle, and the menopause formula these are natural things, unfortunately. Can't avoid them. It's biology, but it just makes it so much easier. When you think of what our females suffer, Dr. Cooley, I mean, the menstrual cycle when they're younger, then they have children. We do the easy part. And then menopause, I mean, it's always something that they're, so it's a great pleasure to make these products that make some of these difficult times much easier for our ladies and young ladies.
Oh, we're down to the last minute of the show. Real quickly, 30 seconds or less. What are some of the takeaways that you want our viewers and our listeners to get from this great discussion?
Well, number one, you can't be harmed. There's no contraindication with your pharmaceutical drugs. So many people are taking one or another. If you want full circulation, and if you have cholesterol issues, the Strauss Heart Drops are for you. If you're diabetic, the Strauss Heart Drops are for you. Congestive heart failure, enlarged heart. And for blood pressure, we recommend the Strauss Heart Drops and the kidney formula. Fabulous together. But each of the 10 Strauss products, prostate, bladder, kidney, everything is satisfaction guaranteed and everything is safe.
So, if possible, if you can send me some of these samples so I can sample it so I can really promote it.
I certainly will. You can expect that. You're in Oklahoma, Dr. Cooley, right?
No, I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas? Okay. Yes. I'll need to make sure I get the right address and we'll get that shipped to you without delay.
Yeah, Michelle will make sure that she get that. But so I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. Stick around if you can. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely fantastic show. I'd like to thank Black Women Who Want More for sponsoring this. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuning in to the show and learning so much like I have. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life, and we'll see you then.
Dr. J.C. Cooley. It's the J. Cooley Show. It's your life.
Oh, I can't hear you, Doc.
Michelle, can you hear me now?
Yep, there you are.
Hey, yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
your address, Dr. Cooley, and I'm going to get that shipped to you right away.
Okay, Michelle is getting ready to send that to you.
Okay.
Hey, you got a baby?
I'll send it to you.
She's getting ready to send it to you so you will have it.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get you some of these short clips from the show today where you can utilize. They're about a minute long or something like that.
Thank you.
So I'm going to send you some of these. But hey, Wayne, this is probably one of the most interesting conversations that I have had related to the Strauss product. Just like I said, Troy DeWare. You look him up. He's one of you guys, major guys that's going around promoting the product. And Krista, I think you know Krista, right?
Krista Strauss?
No, Crystal, the one that.
Oh, yes, that set up the show. Yes, Crystal George. Yes.
So she knows Troy. She's gonna send him on the show representing the company, you guys' company, a few times. So
Very nice.
And so he's doing well. Michelle, did you send him? Michelle,
Yeah, babe.
did you send him the address?
Huh?
Did you send him the address?
I will send it to him.
He need it now, Michelle.
Okay.
Let me put it in here myself.
I'm training in at the same time.
Okay. Hey, I'm sending you the address right now.
What part of Texas are you at? I was in Brownsville last year for a couple of weeks working.
So we live in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
And we also live in Temecula, California, which is outside San Diego. So we live in both of those places. And we split time between both. But primarily Dallas, not Dallas, but Fort Worth side of it. And I don't know if you can get this or not, but I'm sending this to you. Did it go? I give you the address, but it's 5505 5505
Yep.
Bandelier, Bandelier Trail, Trail, Fort Worth, Texas, 76137.
76137.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to send that stuff along. That'll come from our U.S. shipper point, or packer shipper, they call it, I guess. And we'll get that order shipped tomorrow, Doctor.
Yes, I
Thanks
really
for having me
appreciate
on your show. It's been my pleasure.
Hey, it was an absolute pleasure, and I'm glad we got the technical difficulties taken care of. Now,
Me too. I'm sorry about that.
For those short clips, that something happened to my computer. It's not going to let me generate it on this show. But I'll make sure I shoot you the show.
I thank you.
And hey, Wayne, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, my friend. God bless. And
God
you
bless.
take care. Call anytime.
Yes, sir. And you communicate as well anytime, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Keep doing what you're doing. The world needs you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Take care now.